Are you ready? Hi everyone. Welcome back to the channel. So today we speak in English and we've got a very special guest with us today. All the way from Taiwan, it's CYC.
Hi.
So we recently collaborated on a project together for an event called Dialog Silver Tray, and it was an amazing experience for me. So today we are talking this chance to get to know her a little better, her story, her creative journey, and who she is beyond work. So let's dive in. So first one is, how have you been lately? How was your time in Tokyo? Or your recent experiences and impressions during your stay in Japan?
Okay. So starting from weather, like Tokyo is super hot.
Right.
And this trip is for exhibition. Mainly I just stay in NEORT and just try to talk with the audience and maybe do some work in the exhibition. And I met many artists. I think some of the audience are really interested in our work, or they had the information from social media, and they came and they taking photos, videos, and they want to know more. Then you will go to talk with them. Yeah, something like that. Tokyo itself is as usual. I would say incredibly safe. To me, it's really safe. The social system is very convenient, and I think you have some rich culture foundation. Also, the food is really good. Food and izakaya.
You love izakaya style.
Yes, I only know izakaya Japanese. I also went to beach
right.
this time. Sushi. It was relaxing. Yeah, I've also been to museum, and I really like to go to museum in Tokyo. There are many good museum and gallery. I think Japan has become whenever I want to relax, but this time I was coming for a different reason. It's added some sense of nervous and also pressure this time. This time is that we have a talk. We have to do some work for the exhibition, for installation. Yeah.
It was really busy days for us. But somehow it's good to hear you are traveling outside the gallery.
Yeah.
You are somehow locked in the gallery. But still you enjoy the conversation with the artists and visitors in gallery. I'm happy also you can have this kind of good meeting. Let's go to next question.
Okay.
So what was the collaborative process like for you? Could you reflect on how we worked together, including how we exchanged feedback and wrapped things up?
In the beginning, I was actually a bit worried because we barely talked in that last year, right? With maybe one or two conversations, we didn't really talk.
No.
When I knew that you are the artist I need to collaborate with, I was thinking about your personality, and I was it's blank. I was and because you also maybe have some talk. I watch that. I feel like maybe you are someone very serious person, and also
Am I?
Yeah. I feel like maybe you are super serious because last year also a friend came to the dialogue. You just gave her a tour around, and you were discuss about your work, and you were showing her the geometry, shape. I think you are very serious about your work. After we collaborate, maybe we have same personality, easygoing, and we are more considerate to each other. Yeah, that is a good point of this time.
Yeah, I was very nervous at speaking. Many people see me as a serious and straightforward guy. I love easy process, being easy, less stressful way that I want to think. It's very good. Finally, you realize
you are not that serious.
Yeah. Could you tell me about the process about collaboration? Because you first proposed how we choose the techniques, the shader.
Because I have my own work process. In the beginning, like when we were have a brainstorming and we were thinking like what we want to do, I was asking one question is like, can we use shader? And you were like immediately said, oh, it's okay for me. And I was like, yes, this person knows shader. I can use my own tool. So I was like really happy. So I was thinking about maybe we draw in the same canvas and update it every day. Maybe we can write some note for each other. It's a bit like exchange story. I kind of feel like you're okay with that. One of work is like Dialogue 2025 is like decided in that context.
Okay, then I'm curious your background. Actually, we didn't exchange much about our personal story.
Yes.
So I think it's a good thing to start in easy way.
Yeah.
So somehow, but finally, I'm really curious about your background. So could you tell us more about your artistic journey?
Oh, okay. So I'm from Taiwan, Taichung, the central area of Taiwan. I'm based in Taiwan right now. In the university, my major was management information system. Also, like through my internship, I developed some interest in web design. I feel like I love web design. I love something can interact with code. Later, I became very fascinated about interactive programming and I want to learn more. So I applied master degree of applied art NYCU, a school in Taiwan. There's actually have a lot of freedom. You can choose what media you want to express. You can choose what the research topic you want to try. It's a very free department, I would say. My professor is specialized in XR and also shader code. So I learned shader from him. And then I chose to continue creating work with generative art. Yeah, I think that is the whole process. After that, I exchanged in Japan, and then I knew Bright Moment, this event. I applied for a workshop, and I met volunteer people, Dialogue, and then Silver Child. Like very quick story in short.
I'm curious about how you knew the generative art.
There's actually also an artist in Dialogue called Chih-Yu Chen, and he had a web design class. He was a like interactive programming design class. When I tried to dive into the web design, when I searched something on YouTube channel and I found out that there's a YouTube channel, it's the Coding Chen. I feel like this is super fun. Sometimes it's really hard to use in web design, but I just feel like to interactive with program and do some moving animation with code is like very fun. I started to Google like what is generative art and like who is a generative artist and like, what is this field, what can we use and what can we apply to and something like that. Yeah, I think we also have a common point. Like my favorite generative artist is Zach Lieberman. And also like I found out that he is like really good at some details and with shader code. I started to be more serious about learning shader. I think shader is more like something I really like to do when I'm relaxing, because in shader sometimes you will give yourself a very hard time when you are like super serious about that and try to understanding every single formula. You'll die. So I think shader is like I think I told you before, sometimes I just do 0.1 to 0.001 and try to find what is the difference between these two. And something I just do some random change and try to find some new things. Try to learn from why it became like this. Try to learn something from random choice. So I think shader is more, for me, it's more for fun, relaxing. And when I was doing really big project, I have a very clear target that what I want to do. Maybe I will use some other tools like Python or like JavaScript P5.js. That is like I have a certain target. Yeah.
So we found your uniqueness in your artwork in the event in 2024 Dialogue. So you mixed the techniques using TensorFlow to recognize whole picture, but picture is made by JavaScript. I'm curious about that. work? How did you plan it and make this happen?
First of all, I was thinking about this is Asian generative art exhibition,
Right.
and I was like thinking about Asian, what topic can I use? I just want to be more challenging this time, so I was thinking about maybe I can mix generative art with other material or other process. I just found Chinese landscape database, and that is actually that database was training for a game project, game AI project.
Yeah.
But I just found like there's a many high quality Chinese landscape picture, and I feel like I kind of want to do that something with it. I was thinking about this process and was thinking, how can I just do in Chinese landscape with generative art, but also I can do something else. And then I found really good work that just like distorted the whole flower picture, and then they are like to let the AI to detect it, like what is a percentage of flower of this image. So this is kind of my the work last year. I feel like maybe I can also do something like that, but instead I want to draw with generative art and let another system to assess it and then to decide it is Chinese landscape. So this is a whole basic concept of my work.
So first you have a concept inspired by the concept itself of the exhibition. So I saw Taiwanese artists are very good at making concept fitting the dialogue itself. Do you have any analysis on that? Why the Taiwanese artists are good at making concept? Because maybe you can find subtle difference between like each cities, the artist. I think Japanese artists began from kind of random playing. Japanese artists don't much care about the dialogue itself. For me, I don't care about the concept itself. So that was a kind of criticism arose after the exhibition I got, and now we have actual strong concept and it's connecting our act. Sorry, go back to original question. How do you feel about Taiwanese artists' strongness or uniqueness?
My opinion is like contract of yours. Like I feel like Japanese is like really good at concept. Like especially exhibition concept. In this time, the exhibition, like the curator like just asking so many questions from us. Like they were asking so many
people.
Also like Volendao and also NEORT, like they were asking why is this? Why we use LED? Why can't we use something else? Like something like
that is only equipment they provided. That's all.
They were like, why is physical prints? Why is that there's a projection and also LED and physical frame and something like that? They are like very dedicated about the all details of the exhibition, even if it's showcasing like way or only exhibition statement. So I just feel like sometimes in Taiwan, like maybe not all of the artists is really like very serious about the dialogue itself.
For me, I was really inspired by your work and also Eziraro's work. It's showing concern about disappearing culture. That sense of concern is what we don't have. In Japan, it's safe. We're not in danger about this kind of political situation. My guess is why they're very good at expressing their opinion is somehow connected to political situation in general. Was really good. Many Japanese got inspired by his work. So I was very impressed when I got your update first at the very beginning of our collaboration process. I feel very complicated system you brought at first.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the formula is like a little bit complicated for me. That created very like subtle, beautiful gradation. I feel it's very beautiful as final work. What your first motive? Certain formula or certain mathematical equation or like algorithm that you want to bring first?
Like I usually just started from color function. Just I decided the basic of the color function, and then go to man and try to like apply the color function and to see if you change the position by noise, random or by time, and everything you can calculate what will change with the color function. And then you can do something more. It's also like a layer by layer. So maybe you do offset, you do something like fluid. My process is just started from color function and then added something else.
You feel comfortable when you thinking and creating with mathematical function into color?
Yeah, like position to colors. But it's not very comfortable process, I would say, because every time when I can do something like beautiful after 2 hours or 3 hours, it's like very common. With shader, like sometimes you just can take a nap or like just have a new things. You feel good enough, and then you will feel like painful. Like you will feel like you are unproductive and you are not really good at math, something like this. And also, I think now the time. Like we use maybe ChatGPT or Cloud in our process, but I don't think sometimes they can really understanding the whole output of shader code. Very hard to give you a very good opinion. So that is also a very disadvantage when you developing shader. Especially right now, I manually just do with fragment shader. Yeah, it's like GPU mysteries. GPU is a mystery. Yeah.
And you are very good at print work also. So actually your uniqueness, one of uniquenesses is how you can combine upright shader to physical work. So could you tell us about this process? How do you meet?
I really like prints. Like prints is like very easy to get and very easy to maybe you can save it like very easily and demonstrate it like very easily. So I feel like prints is also some kind of other way you can put your work in your own life. And it's actually just begin from 2 years ago. Like have a exhibition with some friends, and then they were asking like what kind of way you want to demonstrate your pieces. I was thinking about I want to do something like jump out from monitor, because every time when I'm doing shader work, it's just in my PC. So I was how to demonstrate like this kind of details, like because shader is very very detailed. So I want to like show how details I can see to anyone can like visit the gallery. So I just chose a very high quality prints and also frame it properly. And I think like the output is like quite good, like good enough to like put in the exhibition. Yeah.
You had many experiment on the creating like enough quality. More precisely, like the print work. I think print work needs experiment. That choose paper and choose print machine. So I'm curious, how did you get enough quality? I guess you did very hard work on that quality, because I also like trying to get good quality, but I gradually understand it's really tough.
I mean, very tough to do things like this.
Yeah, and also to feel it's good quality. Yeah, well, I also like print work also. I have experience with print work, but I really surprised of your style.
This style.
Nice frame, so nice detail, and actually the paper itself also have texture.
You just need to find the good factory fit you.
I see.
I think that.
So you found.
Yeah, I found that
found one.
after maybe I tried like 2 or 3 before, and I feel like this one fit me right now. Yeah, so we had some conversation what I want to demonstrate my work, like how I want to frame it, and also I want to check frame size and frame color.
How the studio looks like? It's a small studio?
The print studio is actually like not really big. It's like a small studio with a very big Epson printer. And It's a inkjet printer, so I'm not sure if you know, but that printer is super big. It can also print fabric and also very big size of the prints. Like after collaborate, I feel like they have a good taste because the owner was a photographer. He also seek about very low quality output, so he just opened his own studio and like prints for other artists. I just feel like I'm very lucky to find a good print factory and also frame factory.
I see. Like it's good to artists can find very good print studio.
Yeah.
Another question is what is like to create and present art in Taiwan today? Are there any like particular freedoms, challenge or nuances that shape your expression?
Yeah. I had a talk with other generative artists. I won't tell who is he right now, but like, and he was complaining about Taiwan because like Taiwan is like, I would say unknown or like maybe many foreigners they feel they can't tell like can't really tell about this. Okay, so they can tell like China, Taiwan, like these two countries, like what is the difference, and like somehow like when I was in exchange program and a teacher just tell me like you Chinese student, I was like I'm Taiwanese, something like that. So it's confusing, and also like China is a big country, so for many foreigners they may know Asia by Thailand, Japan, Korea, but they don't know Taiwan. They can understand like the culture of Taiwan, or the position of Taiwan, the political position of Taiwan. I think that is a bit hard for Taiwan artists. We have culture, we have our own thoughts, but somehow like we are like unknown in the international market. Yeah, so. Try to be conservative, convey this kind of topic.
Yeah, you can cut this part,
we
but
can cut this.
I want to use this part, but yeah, it's strange. Many Japanese people also have this kind of confusion. To be honest, I don't understand very well what is the difference in cultural aspect, language, and daily life. But somehow, politically, we can tell the situation very in detail because in relationship with China, it's a big issue for Japan. But somehow, I feel Taiwan is utilized for political action too much in Japan. So it's quite like tricky, I guess. For me, we should know actual Taiwanese culture. Gradually, we realize in like digital art, in audio reactive and VR, Taiwanese artists are very good, right? Many museums invited artists from Taiwan, and credit says like Taiwanese artists. But somehow, this situation gonna be strength or uniqueness of your artist career, I guess. So then, the political or civic themes influence your work?
I would say no, because I think I told you before, I feel much about I'm a creator, like more than an artist.
I see.
When I created things, I mostly just want to make myself happy. Maybe like it's not about outside, it's like inner of myself. I want what I want to create and what I really like. Yeah, so I don't think like this kind of situation really have some influence of my artwork. But it's true. It's not like I'm avoiding the topic. It's like my work is the whole process of my work just because I want to do something fun. So that is it. Yeah.
I agree with you because being artist is hard and tough. Literally, you need to be tough as an artist. It's strange. Just we can enjoy just our creative process. Nevertheless, criticism says opposite opinion.
I want to ask about the question 2, maybe the collaborative things. What do you think? Like creative process, and what did you feel about this whole process? Because you are like for this project like Silver Child, because you are like more experienced artist than me. You teaching, you like you have many experience about our work and exhibition?
Oh, actually, I always supplies your creativity. I had experience about collaborative process with other artists, some of with very popular artists and also young artists. Somehow this time I felt more deep collaborative process because we employed the system using GitHub and in just relay we update each by each. This process is super unique for me, and also I feel my creativity also got more open. Like for personal work, the artwork is closed on person perspective or point of view. But this time, my aesthetic process sometimes blocked by your commit. Somehow I blocked your process, doing well in harmony, right?
Yeah, we had a deal, like we can delete anything we want.
Somehow I enjoyed so much about this process. I'm not sure artwork is strong enough for art community. I really enjoyed the process. Easy going, less pressure.
Yeah, overall we are easygoing person.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, thank you so much about this collaborative process. From a cultural exchange perspective, what did you hope to see in interactions Japan or South Korea or mainland China?
Last year, met really many Asian artists, especially new media artists from Korea and also generative artists from Japan. Some generative artists from China. We have some common and uncommon points. I really want to collaborate with other countries. I think the limitation is really fun because language limitation or the area limitation, cultural limitation, we have so many different ways to do with same things. And I feel the boundaries of a language is the cultural boundaries. That is my thought before. But this time, after the whole process, I kind of feel sometimes we can also exchange our thoughts with programming language. That is also another language.
True.
Yes.
I don't feel like this process can be employed with two Japanese people.
Yeah.
It's only happen with people from different cultural background and different language.
Maybe it go back to our process this time, but I feel trust is incredibly unique and very important in this whole process. Sometimes I feel okay, we need to try a new things instead of thinking about can Ayumu adapt it. but I will think about he can do that. He's more experienced or he can understand me. Yes, he can understand this kind of process. He can understand me. I feel trust is very very important. In my process, I will try to understanding your intentions so many times. Why he really to split my canvas so much?
Yeah, because your graduation is too beautiful.
What did he want to do? Sometimes I was very confused by your move. Yeah.
So to be honest, my way of expression is limited. Right? So my vocabulary, that's the problem of my vocabulary.
Yeah, because our dialogue markdown file, we exchange our what we changed it today, what we are thinking right now, and sometimes I wrote a bunch of things and I try to convey it because I thinking about maybe I need to write more to let you understand me. And then sometimes you just reply me 3 lines. I was okay, so what does that mean?
Oh, okay, finally I feel sorry for you.
but no. But did you found out I also write like you? I also just wrote down some very simple instructions or very simple thoughts. I think that is just because we are continuing to get used to each other and get used to this process, get used to each other's program, get used to what you want to do, what I want to do, and try to combine it. From now on, maybe we don't need natural language. We just need to dive into the programming. Is that really funny to just collaborate with others and try to coexist with others?
What would you expect to next dialogue? We not be curated next time, but what your expectations or what your advice to younger artists if they have another dialogue?
I was thinking about how to, because it's a dialogue, so maybe there's a conversation conflicted or like backward, forward. And I really want to know the process of how they find balance with each other, how they try to coexist, how they try to not fight, like how they try to transform all of the negative and positive thoughts, and also what they found in this whole process and into creativity. Yeah, because like in the end, like the point is to showcase this kind of output and process to the audience, and how can they dive in and how deep they can dive in. Yeah, that is like I think it's a very funny questions, because this time we have a very long discussions in the previous, like it's a picture meeting. We were thinking about what is the topic, what is the point of this dialogue, 1+1.
Right.
Yeah. And then we have like very lack of like time to really doing our exchange program, not exchange, like exchange process. Yeah, so I feel like maybe they can take like longer time, because like now I feel like curator like Neo and Volendal are they have some vision of dialogue this whole series. So maybe they are more don't need to have like many conversation before the exhibition. Maybe they can let go of the statement to the artist and try to let artists search for themselves, trying to discover for themselves.
Yeah, I think it's good feedback for personal feedback for ourselves also. I also like same feeling. We have a dialogue in kind of spontaneous way.
Yeah.
It's better to have more research based, like deep understanding each other and tackle cultural problems.
Yeah, like 2024 dialogue is like we have 10 artists of each city, and we have 40 artists, maybe 40 plus artists in every country, and then maybe the dialogue itself is like very limited. This year I feel like Neo and Volendal kind of wanted to make some change to more narrow it and to focus on particular dialogue, this kind of process. They try to pick 1+1 artist, not like 4 artists, it's just 2 artists. So they are trying to make a big move this year. So I'm very curious and also like looking forward to next year. What can 1+1 and then how deeper can more than 1+1 artist, what is a fiction can really dig in the dialogue, this topic.
Let's see.
Let's see.
As a veteran.
Yeah. We are like, we're already done. Like your turn.
Okay, great. So maybe this is time we should go to gallery.
Okay.
Go back to the gallery. So thank you for very much for having conversation. Thank you.
Thank you.